Hi, my name is Paul Rogers, or Profe Pablo, and today I would like to talk about what I would call a model approach to teaching and learning a foreign language. Many years ago, a long time ago, I was a German student in what they called an experimental class. And basically, the class was small. We only had like 5 or 6 students, and we had good books, and we had very good teachers, of course. And one of the first things the teacher said to us was that when he was speaking German, if we did not understand him, we were to raise our hands and say, "Sprechen Sie langsam und klar, bitte," which means speak slowly and clearly, please. O hable despacio y claro, por favor. And that was a rule. The idea was, first of all, that we had to understand exactly what he was saying. And then we began the class with a book, a copy of which I found many years later. And it's called, in English, it's called German for Foreigners. And this book is a very interesting book. And I want to see if I can show you how it works. I hope you can see this. First page is the first lesson. At the top it says, Wir sprechen Deutsch. And you can see a red, of color red, and it has equals rot. Das ist. Das ist rot. Then it has yellow. Das ist gelb. Das ist blau, etc. Then below it has, ist das rot? Ja, das ist rot. Ist das grün? Ja, das ist grün. Then below that it has, ist das rot? Nein, das ist blau, etc. So right off the bat, you understand the book. You don't have to look up any words. The only issue would be the pronunciation. Now, I would say German pronunciation compared to English is very easy. You probably could learn German a lot faster than you can learn English, at least the pronunciation, which is kind of strange because English is a Germanic language. But anyway, so that is the first lesson, and all the lessons are based upon asking and answering questions. Like the second lesson shows a map of Europe, and then the question is, wer, W-E-R, where is that? And it says, ist das Berlin? Ja, das ist Berlin. Ist das London? Nein, das ist Madrid. And then below is, okay, well, I said that wrong. I explained that wrong. Further on, it has lessons of where. Starts out with, what is this? Is that this? Is that that? What is? Who is that? Where is that? When? Another, here's, wer ist das? Who is that? It has a photo of the family. And then it has, below it has, ist das Karl? Ja, das ist Karl. Ist das Günther? Ja, das ist Günther. Then it has the question, wer ist das? Das ist Karl. So I could go on. The book continues. each lesson builds on the previous lesson. So you have a review of who, what, when, where, how, why, etc. Then it begins to have essays or short stories that illustrate a grammar lesson. For example, let me see if I can find a verb tense. Here's one. Here's a practice of the use of verbs. Keep in mind, this is the first year book. It covers all the verb tenses. And it has examples like this one. Was kaufen wir? Wir kaufen viele Sachen und wir bezahlen sie mit Geld. Before that, you've learned the vocabulary. I should have taken more time to check the chapters, but before that, you've learned the vocabulary. You already know what wir kaufen, befallen. You already know the words. And so you read the lesson and you know what it means. You don't have to look it up in a dictionary. And in every class, every student took a turn reading a lesson, and then the teacher may ask a few additional questions. And we would study this book for the first 6 months, at least. And in those 6 months, we learned all the vocabulary. We learned all the verb tenses. And he would also give us dictations, in which we would write. He would say a paragraph, a short paragraph in German, and we had to write what he said. And he would repeat it 2 or 3 times. And basically, that was the first year of German. So we learned to speak it, read it, write it. And we also learned listening comprehension because he made the effort to speak slowly, we could understand him. So none of this was ever a question with us in this German. So this German course that I took so many years ago, I took, in high school, I took 3 years of German. Then when I went to college, I was a German major for a while. Major is I don't know what to call major in Spanish, but I majored in German for a while, and I graduated with a German honors, and I also majored in psychology, and I minored in English. So I took a lot of German, and I could speak it, read it. Within 3 years, I could speak it, read it, write it, and have a conversation quite easily. And the reason I wanted to show this is because I know that we only had small classes, and we had lots of books. And I know that most classes have no books and have 50 people in them. But so first I wanted to present my idea of what a model approach was. I know it's almost impossible to duplicate a class like this where you are. But I think at least you can get an idea of one way, or the best way, if I would use the word, the best way to teach English as a foreign language. I've talked about my experiences in Tijuana before. I taught in a secundaria. It was a combination secundaria in technical school, adult school. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I had 6 classes. Tuesday and Thursday, I had 8. And the average number of students per class was 40, 35, 40 students. In total, I had 240, 250 students. And I think, well, I've done a video before where I talk about how during that class, I discovered the importance of using songs. And I would write the song on the blackboard. We had a blackboard back in those days with keys. And I used the same idea. I wanted people to read. I wanted them to repeat out loud. I wanted to focus in on certain lessons like the who, what, when, how, and why, or certain verb tenses. And so basically, that was how I approached that. It was almost an impossible situation, to tell you the truth. And that should be changed, but I know you can't change it. But anyway, so that's it for this video. Let me look at your questions. Can you tell me the difference between L1 and L2? L means language. Language 1, language 2. Language 1 is your native language. Like my native language is English. L2 is the language that you're studying. I am studying right now. I continue to study Spanish. I need to continue to study Spanish. I speak Spanish fairly well, but I don't speak perfectly. Then somebody said, yeah, I don't really have much to offer if people are studying for the licenciatura. I have one. I have a degree. I went to college and I have studied English, psychology, and German, and I also studied Spanish later for many years. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's it for this video. Let me know if you have other videos you would like me to make. I've been getting a very good response, and but if you have something special that you'd like me to go over that might help you, I'm not guaranteeing it, but I think that some of my lessons can help. You're studying for your BA. Giovanni says he's studying, or she is studying for a BA. A BA is a bachelor's degree. It's 4 years of college. Where? Where are you studying, Giovanni? Is it Giovanni? Giovanni? Giovanni Bojorquez. Where are you studying? Okay, maybe. Okay. Anyway, I gotta go. See you later.